Luigi Monk. I don't know what a Luigi Monk is. Maybe one of you guys can educate me on this. Is this like some old like VTuber guy? Because this wasn't the only Luigi Monk I found when I went through this. Why is he posed up like that? Are you gonna complain about it? Like, he looks like he's just offering you a good time. And if you don't want to take that, you don't have to take that. But a counter argument for not taking that, he knows how to super Tanuder. And I think that's pretty cool. Are you gonna take that? I don't I don't think you should be coming at Luigi Monk like this, because he's just there. And he does very specific amounts of damage, so I would be scared. Because if you see a Pokemon that does 9 million damage, that's not that scary. But if you see someone who does exactly 485 damage, something went wrong at the company. And you should be scared, because this is clearly a possessed card. And he didn't really make anything special, other than Super Tanuder. But I do want to inform everybody that this man does love Pokemon, but not bad is Pokim on bad is Pokim on high doesn't love them. Just in case you were wondering. How about... I know better than to read names off of Twitch chats. That's like rule number 1. Is just don't read a name. Don't read it. But I'll do it for you. I will not look up genitalia, because unfortunately it will not pop up with a woman. It will pop up with some dude's whole prostate exposed, probably. Don't ask how that is possible. I don't know. I'm thinking, what if we do... oh, shit. Twerking Minecraft Steve's a pretty good one. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I think I'd have the same reaction. All right, yeah, we'll be quick about this. There you guys go. This can be just a little bit of a an in-between shot from these Pokemon cards. Rainbow Dash in the fire engine or truck turning on the siren, ringing the bell, and honking the horn. That is the longest attack title ever. I have never once in my life have I seen an attack with such a lengthy name. So attack 1 is Rainbow Dash in the fire engine or truck turning on the siren, ringing the bell, and honking the horn, which is absurd that they fit all of that. Except they didn't. And attack number 2 is gas mask and breathing apparatus. Nothing about what those attacks do or mean. What does that entail? How are you attacking somebody with a gas mask? And also, what is the first one? The first one is this. You could have just said Rainbow Dash ringing the bell in the fire engine truck or fire engine. Why did they have to be so specific? I feel like there's more off of this. Oh, okay. We are given an interesting choice. Do we travel down the path of more Rainbow Dash, or do we travel down the path of hyper-specific fire trucks? I feel like both of them introduce opportunities for the worst imaginable artistic creations on the planet, but which ones do we want to see? One of them is more likely to lead to porn. There's that. Unfortunately, it's not the fire truck. I know that everyone was really excited for that, but it is the pony. I think we keep going down the fire truck path because I feel like we get to very specific things that are just like it shows an interest in fire trucks that maybe most people don't have. So this one's just Chicago fire truck. Wow, fire trucks are so cool, and firefighters put your gas masks on. And then this is just I don't know what this is. Fire rescue brony? Is there an overlap of bronies and firefighters? Why? Why is there an overlap for that? This is the second brony there has to be, because this is the second brony firefighter thing we've looked at. This is like it can't be a coincidence. Okay, I think I made the wrong choice. These are all just fire trucks. I don't know what I was expecting off of this. That can't be real. No, it is real. This is a real thing. This is on the internet. I can send the link in the chat. This is here. I feel like we upvoted this. Like, this deserves 5 stars. This is a really shitty looking fire truck. This looks like an ambulance that they turned into a fire truck. I do love some sexy fire trucks. Chicago Fire Department. Chicago dive team? Their fire departments have dive teams? That's sick. What do you have to do to be on a fire department dive team? That's actually kind of sick. I mean, there has to be look, this is only things to do with fire trucks. And I sincerely do not believe that this website is advanced enough to keep track of my user history and give suggestions based off that. How did we end up with more My Little Pony off of... There is a tri-overlap. Diving in Chicago. Yeah, I think it's probably for flooding if we're being realistic, but I don't like being realistic. I much prefer being unrealistic and thinking that they just have a dive team for fun. Because that sounds like a sick job, but if you're in Chicago, you probably get paid to sit on your ass on the firefighting dive team. Like, where are you diving to? But there's a weird three-layer overlap, like a Venn diagram going on right now, where we have firefighters, scuba divers, and My Little Pony fans, because we have seen all 3 in a row, and it can't be a coincidence that all 3 are now suggested on the same page at the same time, some of which, mind you, related to scuba diving. Like, these 2 My Little Pony, they are My Little Pony and scuba diving. So we now have associations with My Little Pony and fire departments and scuba diving and My Little Pony. Currently, this is what we are dealing with. And I can only imagine it expands. So I think to continue this trend of figuring out how deep this rabbit hole goes of what infests what interest, we go to the Scuba Diving Twilight Sparkle. I'm honestly not interested in this card. What I am interested in is, one, there seems to be quite a bit of scuba diving My Little Ponies. But even bigger, we now have found a new thing. What is that? Diaper porn? That's 100% diaper fetish right there. Or attempted diaper fetish. Muddy Baby Twilight and Twilight Sparkle Diaper. Anyway, we must stay focused, brother. We must stay focused. We have... What is going on? I don't know. Clearly, I don't know. We'll go back to this diagram. Maybe I need to slow it down a little bit. We have discovered an interlap, and it's not coincidental, of scuba diving firefighters that like My Little Pony. And this isn't like life-changing news to you. This is life-changing news to me. Because this is the funniest shit ever. If you told me, what do scuba diving firefighters and My Little Pony have in common before today, I would have said nothing. If you asked me to now, knowing what I know, I would quiver in fear, because I don't even know how deep this goes. Or maybe it's just 5 in the morning, and I'm a little bit tired. Or maybe it's both. All I can think about is the funniest joke of this stream is the fact that people have to show up to the stream, hear me ranting about My Little Pony, firefighters, and scuba diving, and then leave. And that is funny too. I don't want to know how deep it goes. You're right. Should we quit while we're ahead and maybe move to something else? Maybe we shouldn't maybe we shouldn't tempt God with what God has tried to hide from us. Maybe God tried to hide this from us for good reason. And to bring it back out to the world is only tempting him to end it. Maybe you're right. And maybe I'm dehydrated. Maybe you're Maybe I can't speak. Maybe you're deprived of sleep too. It's only 5. It's only 5 a.m. I'm not insane. I'm not crazy. I'm okay. People are joining. They see me looking at my Twilight Sparkle in a train Pokemon card, and they're having a fun time. So fun that they leave immediately. I think we have gone down the rabbit hole deep enough. Unless I hear somebody say we should keep going. Because if someone says we should keep going, that means the rabbit hole's not far. And we gotta keep going and going until we uncover the secrets that lie here. I don't want to keep going, but maybe you do? Should we keep going? Maybe we should keep looking at Pokemon cards. Maybe we should change the topic from Twilight Sparkle in a train to something a little bit less specific, and then see how specific we can go. Or I almost just left this stream. Listen, I've been working so hard. I have been talking. I've been very interactive, I believe. And you were gonna leave the stream because of my little quirky phase. Oh God, I wouldn't have blamed you. I wouldn't have blamed you for reporting me either. Report me, get me banned for that. I deserve it.